breath of fresh sports.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of A Breath of Fresh Sports. I am your co-host, Courtney.
I'm your co-host, Laron.
And today, we have a special guest here with us.
My name is Erric Baker, and I just want to thank you guys for having me aboard.
Welcome to the show, Erric.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Today, we're going to go over something that we've been waiting on.
Yes.
Some fantasy football.
It's finally here.
Yes, sir. And we're going to go over our list, who we have in our top 5 at running back and wide receiver, points wise, who we think will end up in the top 5 at the end of the season. This is going to be an early list. It's before the preseason has started. Training camp is just getting started, so things can change. But as of right now, this is what we say today. This is what we have as of today. But first, we're going to jump into some news here. We have Darren Sproles signs a 1-year deal with the Philadelphia Eagles. Y'all think?
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm glad he coming back.
I didn't want to see him retire, off injury.
Yeah.
So him coming back, that'll be good for him for his career. As far as playing time, though, do y'all see?
I don't know, because he got Josh Adams, and they really want to play young, but I like him because you can use Sproles different ways. You can bring him out the backfield, we can put him in so many different ways. He still got speed, so I like the versatility that he brings to, and he still has that veteran presence, with the young players. So it's good he came back another year.
What about you, E?
Yeah, I think with Sproles, it's more like with players like him, it's hard to keep him off the field because he's so dangerous. I mean, any given time he can take it to the house. So he's so explosive and dangerous. It may be hard to keep him off. So it just all depends on his health. I
think he's gonna have to get in where he fit in, because they got some backs, man. You can't forget that they drafted Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders from Penn State, and he can be that same pass catching role as Darren Sproles. So I think those guys are gonna split that role. And you brought up Josh Adams. I think I really think it's over for him as far as him getting touches, because Jordan Howard is there.
Oh yeah,
Jordan Howard is going to be the first and second down guy, and then you have your pass catching guys will be Darren Sproles and Miles Sanders. And I also think that Miles Sanders will also kind of eat into the first and second down here and there.
He's good. He's a good running back at Penn State. Yeah, right. He got a lot of dynamic to him.
So we have another signing news. We have Deion Jones from the Atlanta Falcons. He signed a contract extension, 4 years, $57 million, with $34 million guaranteed. Honestly, I don't really know the market for linebacker, but that seemed like a kind of low number for him. I think
that's low considering what C.J. Mosley got, $685 million. Right. But he did get more than half guaranteed, so that's good. 4 years. It's still a short-term deal because he was like 27, 28.
Yeah, so I really like Deion Jones.
He can fly.
I like him a lot, even though I'm still kind of bitter on him because he hurt Alvin Kamara in Week 14 of 2017, and that knocked me out in the playoffs. I went 12-1 that year and got knocked out because of injuries. But anyway, I'm not.
That's fantasy for you.
Yeah,
good in the bag.
Yeah, so we have that, and we also have news breaking that someone said that Jalen Richard is going to lose a good chunk of catches this year with Josh Jacobs coming in at running back. And I pretty much expected.
That's expected because they want John Gruden likes to really have one big back. He wants to use him for all 3 downs. I think Jalen Richard will play some, but man, it's gonna be hard to keep Josh Jacobs off the field because he's a better blocker, he's a better runner, and he can catch. So how can you keep him off the field? And Jalen Richard, he really has a specific role. Last year when Marshawn Lynch was there and DeAndre Washington was there, he was the 3rd down back. And the best when they was losing, he would come in. So he got to just find his way.
Yeah.
I think that in practice, what we don't see in practice, he's going to have to basically earn it. he's gonna have to outwork them. Mm-hmm. They're gonna, and that's good to have that,
extra motivation.
To have the extra motivation, yeah. So that's the guys can work extra hard in practice and try to get the best out of each other, and you can't go wrong with doing that.
Mm-hmm. So the next, the biggest news was the Tyreek Hill decision. The NFL decided that they weren't going to discipline him for the accusations of child abuse. I'm not so sure if I feel like that was the right choice, but I mean, because at first when the first audio that came out, it was showing them it was put out there a conversation with Tyreek Hill and his significant other. I forgot her name.
Right.
But they were talking about the situation, and Tyreek Hill, he said some things, and he even threatened her in that audio. And later on down the line, they released the full audio, which I thought that was the full audio. They released the full audio later, and on the full audio, it kind of seemed like that first audio was manipulated to make Tyreek Hill look worse than what it really was.
Oh.
So once I saw that, I was like, I got a feeling that he's not going to get
that
suspended.
was beneficial for him.
But at the same time, with his history, and then he still threatened. Threatened her. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't know. I thought maybe 2 games. 2 games. But what you feel about it, Laron?
My feeling on it, I think they feel like they had to cover they you know what, and I feel like they made a mistake with the 6-game suspension. So they really couldn't mess up again over something that they could find substantial evidence. So they really had to. They probably really wanted to, but they had to cover this. They had to kind of push back, and they didn't want to make the same mistake twice.
Right.
Because right now that was just audio, and then like you said, they manipulated it. That was to his advantage, because now you get 2 different audios. You don't know what to believe.
Well, it was the pretty much. I didn't hear the full audio. I was just going off of what was said as far as the media. You know what I'm saying, and things people kept saying things on Twitter about the full audio, and these were people that were like really going at Tyreek Hill hard when that first audio came out. So I was like, oh man. So when they were saying that, it seemed like the first audio was edited and manipulated to make him sound worse. I just felt like, man, they're gonna work around it, and they probably not gonna suspend him because of that. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I feel like they want to do, they ended up doing. They really wanted to get that situation finished before training camp. So we get out the way. So either he gonna play this amount, he's not gonna play. They didn't want to have to keep lingering on into the season, because that just added controversy to more drama to something. They want to have that already set up, so it's done. All right, either he's suspended 6 games, or he's not suspended. Right. We want to have this out the way.
Yeah.
So to focus on the kickoff.
It's really good that they went ahead and got it out the way.
Yeah.
We play fantasy football, but that right there was bigger than fantasy football.
Right. Yes.
If he did it, if he's guilty, that's really
there is no double jeopardy.
Yeah. Right. That's really something that's not a good look. But he's not suspended, and it looks like he's going to play a full season, and so that means we're going to have to talk about Tyreek Hill as far as where we have him on our list.
We wish you the best, Tyreek. Just stay
out of trouble.
Stay out of trouble.
Just chill out.
Yeah, just relax. So now we're gonna jump right into it, man. We're gonna break down our consensus top 5 at running back and wide receiver. And then, we'll go off where we have them individually. So we're going to pop it off with the running back position.
RBs.
Yes, sir. At number 1 consensus, we have Saquon Barkley.
Yes.
I have Saquon at number 2. Oh, let me rewind. This is going to be standard scoring. This is standard scoring format. I have Saquon at number 2, which is, that's great. I believe he's gonna be the offense. Odell is gone. You still have Eli at quarterback, and he's gonna be dumping off once again to him. He had 91 catches last year. So I
catch for running back.
Right. So I believe he's gonna be right there. And the only reason why I have him at number 2, because I have another guy at number 1, which we'll go over later. Where do you have Saquon?
I had him at number 2 also. I mean, he's dynamic. You know, break tackles, strong. He's a. I mean, he can catch, block. You can take it to the house any second. And I like the fact that they added some offensive linemen. They got Zayler from Cleveland and Rimmers from the Vikings, and that's right guard, right tackle, and that's a huge win. That's a huge win. It's a huge plus, and it's basically like saying, hey, we're coming right here. This is where we coming. Stop us. And
you beefing up the O-line.
Right.
He probably runs on the right side a lot more. That's,
right. So with that being said, I mean, he's gonna be who he is, and he's a great back.
All right. What do you have, man?
I have Saquon number 1 because I feel like he's just so much the vocal point, and with them having a rookie quarterback, Daniel Jones, he eventually going to play. So you're going to lean on the running game. Then you got Eli, he's lost some of his luster. So everything revolves around Saquon. You know, you still got Evan Ingram. You know, you got Sterling Shepard. That'll help some, but when it's all said and done, when it's all said and done, it goes through Saquon Barkley. So he's going to get his normal 80, 90 catches, 330 touches this year, and at all these running backs, you're talking about he the youngest, so he's still freshest.
All right. So at number 2 we have C-Mac, Christian McCaffrey, at number 2 from the Carolina Panthers. He's another beast, man. I have him at number 3. Like I said, we're splitting hairs here in this top 5. All these guys are great. I have him at number 3. I think he's gonna. I think there is going to be a slight regression, not much, but a slight regression. I'm not sure if he's going to have over 100 catches again this year. I don't really see that being a repeat. That's really hard to repeat at the running back position, having 100 catches. So I can see him. You know, with that being said, you know, some of those points will be scaled back. Maybe not much, but. He's a great running back, man. He can do everything. Just like Saquon, he can do everything. He can run, he can catch, he can block. Like he can do everything. So I have him at number 3. What do you have him?
I had him at 1 actually. I think he's gonna join Roger Craig and Marshall Faulk in 1,000 yard rushing, 1,000 yard receiving. I think this is the year. He's bulked up. He's ready. I mean, I think Moore and Curtis Samuel, I think they'll stretch the field enough to free up some run lanes, and I like this back because it's like he does like what I teach my little league running backs. If you see daylight, take it. You know, he's very patient and he has all the right tools, man. And I think he'll get it done.
All right, I have him at number 3. But I could easily see him being top 2 or number 1 because, man, the way he played last year, he even showed me more. I didn't know he could be that great inside between the tackles. You know, and now he's gaining a little more weight and muscle, so he's really gonna be more powerful.
Yeah, he's jacked up.
Yep. His speed, he still has that speed. He can catch the ball. He had vision. You know, you can put him out wide as wide receiver. You know, and he has so many things he can do well. You know, the teammates love him. You know. And he just got so much talent, so I could easily see him being number 1. I think he got a monster year.
Yeah. Our consensus number 3 running back is Ezekiel Elliott. That's the guy that I have. I have Zeke at number 1. And I have him at number 1 because last year he only had 6 rushing touchdowns. That I just believe that's going to come up. I think that's a low number for Zeke. I think their offense is going to be a little more consistent this year, starting off, you know, being a little better than what they started last year, because their offense had a significant boost up once they got Amari Cooper.
Yeah, right.
And once they got Amari Cooper, Zeke was used even more in the passing game. That's when he was getting used in the passing game before Cooper got there last year. But once Cooper got there, he got even more targets per game. So with them having a full season with Amari Cooper, full off season with Cooper, and running that offense with what's the coordinator? Kellen Moore there now. They're saying that offense is looking really explosive. I think he's going to have more touchdowns. Those yards are not going to go anywhere. He's still going to have those yards. And then with them using him in the passing game like they have shown, that they showed last year, I believe that he can be the number 1 running back this year.
I actually had Zeke at 3rd. third on my board. He led the league in touches last year, but with the addition of Cooper, I think it's going to go down some. Not much, but I think it's going to go down enough to keep him from that one spot, drop him down to around 3 or 4. I had him at 3, but doesn't have anything to do with his ability. He's still a great back. Right? I just think they're going to take some pressure off of him and relieve him a little bit.
I have him at 4, and the reason I have him at 4 is something similar, with the Mark Cooper. I think he's going to have a better year with his first full year. And it's something about whenever a running back is his last year, they try and devalue the running back because they don't want to give that major money. So he making $4 million this year, and he due next year for a big deal. So I think they can kind of slim it back, with his touches. And with Zeke, I really think he's gonna have a great year, but I don't know how many touchdowns he can have because sometimes I don't really trust Dak. He has to get his downfield throwing better to open up the field for Zeke.
Right.
Because Zeke can hit the hole. He's a great running back.
Right.
And he can still, I think even with 70 catches, he probably could get like 85 this year. Because I wish he'd go through him.
So, but you said last year he actually got two more years on his contract. So this is he going into his 4th year, and then the rookies that's drafted in the first round get that 5th year option, and of course they're going to pick that option up. But yeah, y'all made some good points on it. At number 4, our consensus running back at number 4 is Alvin Kamara. I actually have that's my guy right there. I actually have him at number 4. Splitting hairs with these other guys. I got him falling behind Christian McCaffrey. I think with Mark Ingram being gone, like we saw those first 4 games last year when Mark Ingram was gone, he was a complete monster.
Yes.
Now I know they did bring in Latavius Murray. I know this, but with Murray, this is his first year with the Saints in that system. Ingram was a seasoned vet in that system, so I think he's not going to be what Mark Ingram was, fully.
Yeah.
So that's why I still have Kamara in that top 5. I think he's gonna beast the same way that he did last year.
Yeah, I got him at 4 also. Actually, that's where he was last year. Ended, I think, at number 4, around it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think it was 4.
Murray coming in, Ingram going out. I really don't think that's just too much of a downfall, if any. But with that being said, Kamara, he had 18 touches per game last year. I don't see that going up. It may go down, but he's so great at what he do.
He don't
need many touches
It's
or
like
whatever.
Jamal Charles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But still you got to touch the ball to score points.
See, with the thing with Kamara, even with Ingram being there the past couple years, he fell in the top 4 in both seasons.
Right.
And
he still get his.
And they used him over Ingram as the goal line guy.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to keep that goal line roll and get those touchdowns over.
I don't think so. Murray, he's proven to be that go-to goal line guy. History. But like you said, Kamara is also. So it's just we got to see how they play it out down there in the Bayou.
See, I have Kamara as my second running back because I think without Mark Ingram, and I like Latavius Murray, but he don't get used a lot in the passing game. That's where they're gonna start using Kamara a lot more. And I just feel like Kamara is just gonna beast because he's gonna get 25 touches a game, and he's young, he's durable, and he can do everything. And that way that offense is set up with Drew Brees, man, it's so electrifying. He fits the offense so perfectly, and we just put him out on the islands and linebackers, and that's where he really shines the most in the passing game.
Yeah, you can put him in the slot.
Right. And you say 25 touches.
I don't think
that's a lot of touches.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Maybe not 25.
I mean,
but I think he could get slightly more than 18.
Right. I mean, 25. I mean, he can do it. But they have so much talent.
Yeah,
they have so much talent. so many balls to go around. But like I said, it doesn't take much for him, but you still have to touch the ball to score.
Right. Mm-hmm. So at number 5, we're gonna jump into the next guy. At our consensus number 5, we have Melvin Gordon from the Los Angeles Chargers. I actually have Gordon at 5, right there at 5. If they can get this contract situation handled, this is why I have him. Of course we have him. We have all these guys missing no time. This is barring injury or barring any holdouts. He's a beast, man. I just think, they use him in the passing game. They use him, of course he does his thing in the running game, and I think their offense is going to be just as good this year. Their window is Super Bowl this year. They have a great team, man. They have a great team, and they have a good defense. Mm-hmm. I don't really think that the Chargers are going to have to throw a lot, and that's more carries for Gordon, and they also use him in the passing game, and he gets the goal line, and I see a big season for Melvin Gordon once again, in that top 5 as a fantasy running back.
Especially if they up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You really gonna get a lot more touches.
Right.
I had him at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this guy, I love to see him play. He can do it. He can do it all.
Mm-hmm.
He can do it all. He can catch, goal line, 20 to 20. He lives on the field, but I'm interested to see how this contract thing plays out.
He could come in angry, disgruntled.
Yeah, he deserves whatever he's asking for. He deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he'll show that he deserves it. But even with Zeke is some contract talk about him.
He's holding out as well.
Holding out. So, but I think these guys are so valuable to the NFL and to the team,
mm-hmm.
to the locker room. I think that they'll get it done.
It's going to get it done before preseason.
I think they'll get it done, man, and go ahead and make it happen. So they can go ahead and get the ball rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And I have Melvin Gordon as my 6 also. I had Le'Veon Bell, but I can feel good having Melvin Gordon at 5 because the one thing about Melvin Gordon, he has improved every year. His rookie year he was fumbling. He didn't get no touchdowns. Then his second year he kept getting better. Last year he blew up. So every year he's keep working his game. He's keep getting bulkier. And, you can just see the improvements. You can tell he's willing to keep learning, getting better. And with that offense, then with them getting Hunter Henry back, that's going to help. That's going to open things up. And, Phillip Rivers still there. They offense blew the ball. They're going to be ahead a lot of games. So by them being ahead a lot more, it gives him more opportunities to shut ball control to run the clock. So I really do like Melvin Gordon this year. He got once a year.
So with you two guys, y'all have him at 6.
Yeah.
So who do you have at 5?
At 5, I have Damian Williams with the Chiefs.
Sleeper.
He has great ability, and with the weapons that they have Hill, Mahomes, Kelsey, and then with the history of the running backs that Andy Reeves, and the Chiefs. Yeah. It speaks for itself. And then I like what point that I wanted to make with the offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, which is a former NFL running back, and although I don't think he's just calling the plays like that, though, right?
He helps with the plays. He's like the assistant.
Right. And he has a great relationship with those guys, man. And him and Andy Reeves, they work hand in hand behind the scenes. What a lot of people don't know, they're very in tune, and he has a lot to go on with that offense, man. And I think that Damian Williams will have a breakout big season.
It's funny that you say that because I was considering Damian Williams for my number 5 spot as well. I got him at 6. I just think that, man, I think he's going to blow up in that offense, man, with Mahomes and them. And then this news with Hill, he's going to be back and playing.
That's going to help a lot.
I think their defense is going to be better than they were last year.
Right.
And although with Andy Reid, you never know what he's going to do, you know what I'm saying? So you can't really say just because they're up, he's going to run more. But I just see more opportunities for him at his position, more touchdowns for him at the running back position. Mahomes threw over 50. He threw 50. Did he throw 50 on the dot? 50 touchdowns last year. I don't really see that. Like that's really. nobody has ever repeated that before. Nobody in the history of the NFL. So that's going to come down. And if that's going to come down, there's more opportunities for the running back to get those touchdowns.
Right.
So I can see him easily being in that top 5.
So I have Le'Veon Bell as my top 5, my number 5 running back, because this is what he really wants. He wants the offense around. He finally had an offense that's surrounding him. You know, they still have the Robbie Andersons and Quincy Newell, but now he the focal point. And he's going to get his 300 touches. He's still going to get 80 receptions. You know, and I just feel like he's gonna have another. It's a year to prove himself. A lot of people doubted him. You know, being out. You know, he deserved the money. You know, he should have played. So I think he wanna really just show that. Okay, you got the Todd Gurley, you got the Melvin Gordons. You know, you got these players. I'm still Le'Veon Bell. I'm still one of the top running backs, one of the top players in the game. So I think he's very excited to show that again.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see him.
So you think he's gonna get 80 receptions?
Yeah. Now it might be 80 receptions for 32 yards.
Nah.
I'm just playing Le'Veon. But yeah, I think he's gonna get a lot of touches. He always got 80 receptions when he was with.
Yeah.
He always got a lot of dump offs when he was with the Steelers, and they put him out wide. They put him in the slide. They use him everywhere. So I think the Jets gonna resemble that.
I'm just ready to see how Adam Gase is going to use him, because Adam Gase likes to use more than one.
Yeah, more than one.
I mean, just look at how he did. Now, this is not the same tier guy, but look how he did Kenyon Drake in Miami. He every time he would show that he can, he can do. Yeah, he can do what he can do, and Adam Gase would just limit him, man. I don't know why. He would produce.
Yeah.
But
that's what I was thinking about.
You still got
Bilal
Powell. They brought him back. Still got Elijah McGuire, right?
Yeah.
Still got him, and I just don't know how he's going to use that. Now I expect Bill to still get his touches. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you just never know with Adam Gase.
You never know.
You know,
he could get 80, 90, but it could be more like 70, 65. No,
I actually got him around like 65.
Yeah. That's what me too. 65, 70.
Adam Gase need to figure it out and get it together, because this is your best weapon. So that should be simple. Your best weapon should get the ball more to anybody.
And
don't get cute.
I think their offense as a whole is going to improve with Sam Darnold in his second year. Yeah. I mean, he ended the season pretty good last year.
Yeah. Limit those turnovers.
So, and then they still got Robbie Anderson. They brought in Jamison Crowder, right? Didn't they bring him in? Yeah. Brought him in. They got Quincy Newell is going to be back healthy. So I expect some improvements from the Jets. I'm just interested. I'm really ready to see preseason how well Bill probably not.
No, he's not playing preseason.
Yeah, but I'm interested in seeing how Adam Gase is going to use him. If he's going to give him the workload or not. All right, now we can jump into the wide receivers. Jump straight into it. We got at our consensus number 1, we have Julio Touchdown Jones. I say Touchdown Jones because he ended the season like getting touchdowns every week.
Touchdowns after so long.
Yeah, like he started the season like 6, 7 straight games with no touchdown.
Yeah. It was shocking.
Yeah, man, but he's never been known as a touchdown guy though. I don't think he's ever had double-digit touchdowns. But it's possible that he can get that this year. I actually have Julio at number 2 on my list. He's going to get those. I still see 90 to 100 plus catches. I see 1,400, 1,500 yards. And the question is, can he finally get over the hump with those touchdowns? I'm not so sure. I don't know. I think he'll still finish around maybe 8, 9 touchdowns this year, which is good.
Yeah, that's that's crazy that he always end up in the top 3, top 4. He haven't many touchdowns
because of yards, man. Yeah. He get those yards. And he's always banged up, but he's just so tough, man. He always played it. Yeah. He still got that same foot injury, but I think he's gonna fight through it, just like he's always fought through it, and he's gonna get this contract that he's trying to get, and he's gonna come in this year and have a monster season again.
Yeah, I got him at 1. Mm-hmm. I think this is the year that he's gonna be used in the red zone a lot. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why they don't use him much in the red zone.
They tried last year. They tried, but it just wasn't really happening like that.
Yeah, man, Ryan here too many turnovers in the red zone.
Yeah,
man, that's a killer.
I think he's going to get double digits, touchdowns, monster season, red zone targets, and he's going to show why he's the man.
Why he's the number one.
Why he's the number one on my board.
I have Julio number 2, and I have him number 2 because I feel like DeAndre Hopkins is going to have a slight better year because he doesn't miss any games and he doesn't have many drops as Julio has. But I love Julio, but I just feel like Matt Ryan makes too many mistakes sometimes. And you know they still got a great offense. You know, you still got Muhammad Sanu, you know, you still got those young threats. You know, you have Cameron Ridley, you know, you still have Devontae Freeman coming back.
Yeah.
So that's going to, you know, that might take effect on the running game. It might slow Julio down. But I still think Julio was going to have a great season. I just got D-Hop at number 1. Sorry, Julio. Still love you, though.
He's resting that foot. He's resting that foot. He's getting better and better. And I'm telling you, remember this, man. He's going to...
I ain't going to forget.
He's going to have a big year.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of Hopkins, at our consensus number 2, we have DeAndre Hopkins. Man, the man is a beast, man. This guy had 115 catches, 0 drops.
That's amazing.
Come on, man.
That's a freaking nature. 115 catches, no drops.
No drops.
Got blue hands.
I have him at number 3. We're splitting hairs like at the running back position. All these guys that we're gonna name can end up in any one of these spots. But I have Hopkins at number 3 because I just believe Julio, you know, is gonna have a better year. But the thing with Hopkins over Julio is the touchdowns. And the way they use him in the red zone, and he just, as big as Julio is,
it seems like
Hopkins is a little bit better at the contested in the red zone. I mean, I don't. This dude, man, he makes some of the most difficult catches. I mean, Julio does as well, but man, Hopkins with those,
he got his own highlight
toe taps and man, he's a beast. So I got him at number 3, and I can easily see him falling at number 1.
Right.
Like I really
no
do.
doubt. Yeah, I got him listed at number 2. Big thing with Hopkins, and he said it himself that his injury to his shoulder actually was some ligament damage. But I mean,
do you think
that's D-Hop, man.
Do you think it'll linger?
It's possible, man. You know, with ligaments, you know. But with all the stuff they have now, man, they can correct that, and he's resting it, and he said he's gonna be 100% and gonna be ready like always. Yeah. So he's looking forward to having one of his best years. So, and I believe him. Another thing I wanted to point out: his quarterback was sacked 65 times. 65 times his quarterback was sacked, and he still was like number
3 or 2,
top.
Seems like he's
top 5 in fantasy points, with your quarterback being sacked 65 times.
That's a lot of opportunities where the ball ain't in the air.
Right.
It was number 3.
Number 3. So I mean, I really want to see how that shoulder plays out, man, and can they protect the quarterback?
You got to keep Sean Watson upright because he's too young to be taking that many hits.
Another thing is with him, you know, he seemed to hold on to the ball a lot.
Yeah, he's trying to get that big play.
But the offensive line was pathetic.
With that being said, man, I mean, he can catch the ball, no drops. He can run routes, any routes, break out of them like never seen before, and stop and go. I mean, he has the whole package, man. And so I'm looking for big things out of him.
What do you Hopkins? You got him at?
I got Hopkins at 1, and we don't have him at number 1 because man, the dude could just do everything. There's nothing he can't do, and I love him and Deshaun Watson together. You know, and you don't really know how they're fully healthy Will Fuller is. You know, they still got Lamar Miller. You know, you still got so many people. It's just something about DeAndre Hopkins that then, you know, like Courtney mentioned, 115 catches, no drops.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. I mean, he got super glue hands. So I really think the Texans are going to take a big step too this year. You know, they know they got to upgrade offensive line. And they really need to give him some help. And the way Andre Hopkins does, he's such a great route runner, and there's no bump and run, there's no man-to-man coverage on him like that. You're not going to bump him off his route. You know, he's so strong off the line of scrimmage. So I expect big things from Gary Hopkins.
Yeah. At our consensus number 3, we have Devontae Adams from the Green Bay Packers.
My dog.
Yes, sir.
Devontae.
I actually have Devontae Adams at number 1. I just think that with Aaron Rodgers coming out saying that he wants to feed him more, he has a streak going on right now with 3 straight years, with at least 10 touchdowns. And I think that's going to continue. I can see him easily getting like 14 touchdowns this year, along with his 1,300, 1,400 yards. Like, I can easily see that this huge season for Devontae Adams this year.
Yeah, I have him at 3. And like you said, Courtney, I mean, he led the league in targets. And Aaron Rodgers said, I want to target him more.
Yeah.
I mean, 11 plus
to my ears.
11 plus targets per game, and he wants to target him more. And he's scores a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah.
But the only thing he doesn't, his yards per touch is not very high.
It's not.
But if you get Rodgers saying I want to target him more, I mean,
They gonna put him everywhere then.
yeah, he's gonna be doing some of everything. So I have him sitting right there at 3. But like you said earlier, man, any of these guys could go 1, 2. I mean, it doesn't,
With the great quarterbacks they each have, yes.
Right.
I have Devontae at 3, and the main reason I had Devontae Adams at 3 because I don't know how it's gonna be with a new head coach in Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers. I don't know how that relationship gonna work out because Aaron Rodgers might say he want to throw to him more, but Matt LaFleur might want to spread around more, which I think ultimately Aaron Rodgers is gonna get the vote. He gonna veto. But with Devontae Adams, he always has a lot of touchdowns, but he has to get catches more up. He has to get in the 100 catch range for me, and I think they're gonna help. And then what's gonna help them? Aaron Jones is gonna be a lot better this year. And those young receivers, Valdez Scanlon's gonna come up. St. Brown's gonna get better. They're gonna be a lot better. Then we still have Jimmy Graham came back.
Geronimo
Allison. So that's gonna help a lot. So I still think he'll have his numbers, but I don't know if he gonna be number 1 or not. I would hope he'll be because I got him. So please do the best you can for me, Devontae.
Yeah, with you mentioned Aaron Jones and the new coach.
Yeah,
I'm interested in seeing how he's going to use Aaron Jones because it seemed like with McCarthy, he didn't want to give Aaron Jones the full workload for some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, Aaron Jones proved that, give him the ball.
Yeah.
Right.
Give him the ball, man. He was very efficient, he very productive. Give that man the ball. And if this new coach come in and give him the ball, I mean, he came in and said that he wants to give Jamal Williams some touches in his offense, and I didn't really like hearing that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not trying to throw any shade to Jamal Williams. It's just I like Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
I think he should get the workload like a Kamar and the rest of these guys up here. Like he can do that. Like
right.
if he can get that workload, he can easily jump into that top 10, top 7 running back. But I'm interested in seeing.
They need Aaron Jones more to take pressure off Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Give the running back the ball more. If a running back averages 6 yards a carry, give him the ball more than 14 times.
Yeah.
He's showing. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just saying I agree with what y'all was saying. I think he needs to have more touches, and he's ready, man, and he's ready to prove that he can do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Feed that man.
All right. Going to our next spot at our consensus number 4. Wide receiver, we have Mike Evans. Now this is where it's going to be some different opinions with the number 4 and number 5 spot. But at our consensus number 4, we have Mike Evans from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have Mike Evans at number 5, and I have him at 5 because of Jameis Winston loves him some Mike Evans. It's like that's all he sees. He just throw the ball up to Mike Evans, and also you got Bruce Arians coming in. I love Bruce Arians in that offense, in that system. So I could see Mike Evans being in that top 5. I mean, the guy, I think he was in the top 5 last year, and you had Winston and Fitzpatrick taking turns playing hopscotch. Playing double dutch, just jumping back and forth.
He gets his low
you know?
targets.
Right.
So I think he's going to be in that top 5.
I got him at 6 because of the fact that it's like James just stares him down.
Mm-hmm.
Just stares him down, throw the ball. And it seems like it's been working, but I just think that he's going to start going down in fantasy points because of that. I don't ever see him really look him off.
Well, that could
move to safety.
That could be more of a bad thing for Jamie's fantasy points because that's going to be more interceptions. That's why he throw a lot of interceptions.
Right.
He forced the ball too much.
I'm like, move the safety over, and he just stares him down, throws it to him, and hope that he catch the ball.
But see, he always ends up with all those points because the Buccaneers defense is so terrible. They always got to throw the ball.
Right.
So
he's going to get a lot of targets.
Mm-hmm.
So I have Mike Evans my 6 also. And the reason I have him not higher than that because I don't trust Jameis. I know he gets a lot of targets from Jameis and everything, but Jameis is very inconsistent.
Yes.
But one thing I will say, I love Mike Evans. I love Mike Evans in the red zone. That's one of his biggest things. He got to get more touchdowns. He got to stop dropping the ball so much. He had 1 year he had like 13 drop passes.
Yeah, he got to get that.
He got to work on them hands. That's what's keeping him from being in the top 3 all these years because he gets 1,400 receiving yards. He gets 85, 90 catches.
You was right. He get 1,400 receptions. No, I'm just
Mike Evans a little
per
bit.
year.
But Mike Evans, he's a big target, 6'5", he's strong, physical.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he big body. I love him, but just get your hands together.
Yeah.
You can be top 5.
Yeah, like we said, man, we're splitting hairs with these lists. So you guys have Mike Evans at 6 both.
Yeah.
So who do you have at 5 at wide receiver?
At 4. Yeah,
Oh, at 4.
At 4. At 4, I had it. I actually had Antonio Brown.
Okay.
Clear cut. They don't have many guys to throw to over there, and he's going to get a lot of targets.
Yeah.
A full workload. I mean, he can run routes. He can catch.
He might throw to himself.
I mean, man, he's just gonna. They're gonna feed him. They're gonna feed him.
He's the guy I struggle with the most.
Yeah, and with that alone, man, I mean that to me that moves him up on my board. With that alone, knowing that he's going to get a lot of targets and he can catch the ball, he can get over, he can create separation.
His catch rate is amazing.
So with that alone, with the volume and the heavy dose, the route running, the elusiveness, catching ability, I just think that puts him in the top 5. Knowing that he's going to have that
tier 1 level.
right.
Yeah,
but the only thing is like with down in Tampa Bay, can they protect the quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
51 sacks.
Man, ooh.
I mean, if they don't protect the quarterback,
Antonio Brown will be upset again.
Yeah.
Throwing hands up again.
I mean, you got to keep him off his rear end, man, so he can deliver the ball downfield.
Yeah, we'll have to see Derek Carr at his the 2016
Right.
himself when he was in MVP level
Yeah.
before he got hurt. We'll have to see that version of Derek Carr. He's another inconsistent quarterback. Just like
this is make or break. You gotta come on with it now, Derek Carr. You finally got a great number 1 receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got a young, good running back. It's your time. There's no excuses anymore. You gotta come on with it.
I can easily see him in the top 5, top 4, top 3 if things can go right with the quarterback and I'm not sure with their offense as a whole can they score that many points. But I can, like I say, he's one of the all-time greats at his position.
So you never really want to downgrade him.
Yeah, he's the one I struggle with the absolute most. I didn't know where to put him, but at our number
4.
Oh yeah, who you have at number 4? I'm sorry.
At number 4, I had Michael Thomas.
Okay.
And I just love how he catches. He reminds me a lot of DeAndre Hopkins, where he just catches the ball any kind of way, and he's so strong. He got such strong hands, and him and Drew Brees have a great connection. They have a great combination together, and they offense is so explosive. As many weapons they have, he still gets 90 to 100 catches every year.
Mm-hmm.
I would like his touchdown total to come up. I want to see between 10 and 12 touchdowns. But man, he's still gonna get his 100 catches. He's gonna get his 1,400 yards, and it's just so hard to stop him. He ain't the fastest. He ain't much loop, but it's hard because he can run the routes with good hands. So I'm a big fan of Michael Thomas.
All right, we're gonna keep it moving. We have at our last spot, consensus number 5. We have Odell Beckham Jr. now with the Cleveland Browns. I have Odell at number 4. That's pretty high. But I just believe that this Browns offense is going to be one of those offenses that's going to be so potent, just like the Chiefs offense is going to be so potent. We're going to want a piece of their offense, and I think that he's going to get his yards, he's going to get his catches, and the most important is the touchdowns. I know Jarvis Landry is there, but I just think that Odell is going to be the alpha. He's going to be the number one. He's going to be number 1 for them. So I have him at number 4.
He's going to be the red zone man.
I actually had him I had him at 8. We all know what he can do, and how great he is. I think they're going to lean more on the run game this year.
With Freddie Kitchens being there.
Yeah, and take. They have a great young quarterback in Baker, but go take some pressure off of him with the run game, and that's gonna hurt his value as far as fantasy points. Odell. That's just my thinking. He could come out and go nuts, but I think they're gonna lean on the run game and let him get settled in and go that route.
I have Odell as my 5th ranked receiver, and the reason I have him there because from the time Baker Mayfield came in, he's shown he loves to throw the ball downfield. And what is one of Odell's greatest assets? Down the field, catching down the field, and
really everything.
His route running, his yards after catch is really great. So, and I know Jarvis Landry there, but Jarvis Landry don't get as many touchdowns as Odell does. And I see Odell being a big red zone monster. It's between Odell and David Njoku in the red zone. And I still see Odell getting 80 to 90 catches, 1,400 yards, 12 touchdowns. He just great, And just imagine he was always top 10, top 5 with Eli Manning. He's going to be great with Baker Mayfield. But Baker, now he got to stop getting sacked, But they're going to put up points. They're going to score a lot. That's for sure.
So, who do you have at 5?
At 5, I have Juju. I have Juju at 5. He's the man now. He's the man. Their top 10 offense and points and yards. He's gonna draw more attention. He's gonna draw the best defenders. I think he's gonna handle it well.
It's gonna be a lot of double teams.
Yeah, it's gonna be double teams, but I think that he's ready. He has some great receiving coaches over there with Drake and Mann. I think they're gonna have him ready, and he's been waiting on this, man.
Now it's the time.
Now is the time.
More than ever.
Yep, and he's played some games, without Brown. Not me. I think it's like 3 or 4 games where he's been the number 1 guy. With 2 of those been playing against Cleveland, but I think he's ready to show the world that he has what it takes to be the number 1 man, number 1 guy, and take on the greatest defense, the defensive players, and I think he'll
rise to the occasion.
Rise to the occasion. Yeah,
I like Juju.
Yeah. So, with that being said, those are our consensus top 5 at running back and wide receiver. One of the guys that wasn't mentioned in the top 5 who finished as the number 1 guy last year was Tyreek Hill. I have him right outside of my top 5. I have him at number 6. And I can easily see him getting right back in that top 5, because he's the big play guy. Yeah. But I have him just a little outside of top 5 because I just think that there's going to be, like I said, there's going to be some regression with the passing touchdowns. So that's going to take away some of the receiving touchdowns. So that's why I have him right outside the top 5. You have anything else?
I have Tyreek at number 8. And the reason I have Tyreek Hill at number 8 is he's such boom or bust. You know, it's certain games he can have 6 catches for 149 yards, 2 touchdowns. You might have a game where he have 2 catches for 25 yards. So his speed, his electrifying ability, it shouldn't be so many up and down games like that with him. You know, he should be more consistent. You know, it should have to take 6 catches, 149 yards, 3 touchdowns when he had the monster games. He had these major drop-offs. So I think you got to get more consistency on the week-to-week level. Because he got the potential. You know, he has the skills, and he's hard to guard because he's so quick off the line. So he could be number 1 receiver again, or he could be just barely top 10. It just depends on what he does week to week.
Yeah. So I guess right there we can end it right there.
Great show.
If you stuck with us this far, we appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for future episodes of
Thank you, Eric, our
Sports.
special guest. Appreciate that.
So,
Thank you
let us know how you think Eric did today, man. Be on the lookout. He may be with us a lot. You might see Eric a lot. So let us know. Let us know how you think he did, man. I think he did great.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of
Good job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So appreciate y'all. Until next time, we out.